Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Roller. And welcome to a brand new review. And this time around, I'll be checking out a film that was sent to me review by Warner Brothers, and you can pick this up on 4K at all your favorite online retailers. It is a film from the year 1973. It is the martial arts classic Enter the Dragon. So I just want to start off this review by saying the real highlight of this release is the new Dolby Atmos track on this edition. It blew my socks off. You know, watching an old movie, or watching a lot of old movies, you know, a lot of them don't have the greatest soundtrack when it comes to their depth and scope. But this movie sounds so amazing. Warner Brothers did such an amazing job with this new sound mix that I just had to give it a shout out right at the beginning of the review. The picture quality is hit or miss. It's good in most parts. Some parts there's some artifacting and things like that, but the real highlight of this release is the new Dolby Atmos track. And if you guys have a newer good sound system, then you guys are definitely going to notice the difference when it comes to this track. So my thoughts on Enter the Dragon. So if you guys have been watching my reviews now for the last couple of years since I've come back, you know I have reviewed a lot of Shaw Brothers films, and I wasn't really that into martial arts films a couple years ago. And then as I started to get more and more into review for you guys, I've started to watch more and more of them. And my knowledge of Bruce Lee is pretty similar to that. I'm a pretty big novice when it comes to Bruce Lee's films. And of course, this is his most famous film, his last film, and you know, one of the most important and influential martial arts films to ever be made. Now, do I think it's the best movie? No. It's not my favorite movie whatsoever. I feel like it drags a little bit at the beginning to get going, but then once it gets going, once they get to the island and things start to pick up, it gets a little bit more enjoyable. But for me, I feel like it takes a little bit too long to get going. But that doesn't mean that the movie doesn't have its perks. So we follow Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is recruited by the British intelligence agency to infiltrate this island where there's a suspicion that drug trafficking and prostitution is happening. And we learn that Bruce Lee's sister was killed on this island. So he gets summoned to this tournament on this island that is put together by its owner, who lives and rules this island. And Bruce Lee, John Saxon, and a few other characters start to show up to participate in this tournament to the death, if you want to say. And it's basically this Bruce Lee trying to put together details and clues to uncover this drug and prostitution ring. And along the way, there is many, many, many martial arts scenes. Particularly, the highlight of this film is the ending, the Hall of Mirrors scene, which is pretty legendary. It's amazing, amazingly shot, and it's definitely the most famous thing of this movie. But as you watch it, you start to pick up things that other movies were influenced by when you view this movie. Austin Powers obviously was highly influenced by this film, and a bunch of other films as well. You know, this movie grossed, I think in inflation as today, it made a couple $1 billion, which is crazy. That's billion with the B. So it definitely blew up and blew the market away when it came out. I think it cost like $885,000 to make or something crazy like that. But it's a decent martial arts film. Like I said, it's not my favorite martial arts film, but it's really the first one to blend together spy ideas and martial arts, and even a little bit of blaxploitation in there as well, particularly with its soundtrack. So, Enter the Dragon, if you guys are martial arts films fans, you guys like Bruce Lee, you're obviously going to want to pick this release up and check it out. Like I said, the picture quality is hit or miss at some parts. The outdoor scenes obviously look a lot better than some of the interior scenes, but like I said at the beginning, the real highlight of this is the Dolby Atmos track. Just an amazing, amazing sounding movie. Feature-wise, like I said in my last review with Rio Bravo, a lot of these catalog Warner Brothers titles are skipping out on releases. This one just has an intro by Bruce Lee's wife from a long, long time ago. It's standard def, shot 4:3, so it has to be from the late 80s, early 90s. That's like 3 minutes long or so. And then it has a commentary track, and that's all you get. So if you guys have other editions of this movie that has special features, you're probably going to want to hold on to that, like I said. But if you love this movie and you want the best possible quality and the best release of this movie, you're definitely going to want to pick up this release. So let's look at the packaging. We have a nice slipcase on this one. Again, it has the Warner Brothers 100 anniversary packaging that it's been doing. And it also has the theatrical cut as well as the special edition cut. The special edition cut's like 4 to 5 minutes longer. That is the cut that I watched. And we have the same artwork on the outer case. And then inside the disc has the dragon, and then you get your piece of paper. No HDR10 or anything on this one. It's just standard HDR on this release. But overall, Enter the Dragon, super important film, super influential. You know, it made a lot of things relevant when it came to martial arts films, and really solidified Bruce Lee's status in the history of cinema and just life in general. You know, this movie, like I said, was his last film, so it definitely catapulted him into the spotlight once he died. That, you know, this is the last Bruce Lee film. I'm pretty sure he shot some scenes for another movie. I can't exactly remember. I may be wrong, but for feature length wise, this is his last film. So you understand why maybe it is so popular. So anyway, that is my review of Enter the Dragon. Like I said, you can pick this up on 4K at all your favorite online retailers. Thank you again, Warner Brothers, for sending this my way. If you guys like this review, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NESRuler22. Hope everybody is doing well, and I shall talk to you guys later. See you guys.